this misty hair. Sorry, I am feeling myself today. I cannot stop looking in the mirror and just loving it. Got new hair hoodies. And I just love it. This is supposed to be rose gold. It's not rose gold. But anyway, you're not here to talk about my hair. You're here to talk about eyeshadows. So in today's video, I have my September update for Project Level Up. This was a project created by Sofie, and who is linked in the description box down below. She does a ton of projects. She's really amazing at painting eyeshadows, and she's just beautiful. Like, seriously, beautiful. I'm so jealous. Anyway, this project is kind of a marriage of like it's a marriage of like pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, and like no pan left behind. So there are 5 levels. You start with level 1. Each level you pick a new palette, and for that level you have to make that many pans and use each shade that many times. So level 1 you use one, excuse me, oh my word. Words are real hard. Okay, so for level 1, you have to use each shade once and hit 1 pan. Level 2, you use Level 2, you use each shade twice and hit 2 pans, etc. All the way to level 5. Sofie said you can keep going to higher levels, or you can restart, and I've restarted. I am working on 2 different levels at a time. Sofie and Laura and I think Haley are randomizing their palettes. I am picking my palettes because I like to have a little bit more control than that. So yeah, I do have a pan. I'm so excited. But as you've watched other videos, I've mentioned I didn't wear much makeup in the months of August and into September. So I don't have a ton of progress, but I've met one goal on one palette. So let's talk about that. So let's start with the one that's level 5. This is the Nabla Cutie palette. And I have to use each shade 5 times, or each shade 5 times and hit 5 pans. So I've used all of the shades 5 times and I've hit 1 pan. So I hit pan, hopefully you can see. This is the shade Luxuriance. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell. It's a beautiful silver. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful, like if you're looking for a beautiful silver, this is the palette for you. I'm not kidding. It's gorgeous. And it took me 12 times, 12 uses to hit pan. I was using that mostly like in my inner corner and then blending into the beginning of my lid. And you can tell because I was using a detailed brush to hit that pan. So that is 1 pan in this palette. I have continued to use this shade because it's just so doggone pretty. So as I've mentioned, I've used the rest of the shades at least 5 times. This first shade I've used 6, 5, 5. Wait, 6, 6, 5, 5, 12, 5. So I pretty much use this palette when I am doing, like I use all of the shades both basically to do a look. So I am painting all of the shades except for this one. This just isn't a shade that I'll get a lot of use out of. Maybe I will, I don't know. It feels like it's a bit too warm for me. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to pan the other one. So I'm trying to pan the 2 mattes and then I have 2 more shimmers to go. These pans are deep. I have a feeling it's going to take me forever on the mattes and maybe on these other 2 shimmers too. But I'm going to stick with it. And I picked a 6 pan palette because there's no way I could use a 25 pan palette or 24 pan palette, each shade 5 times and try to hit pan in 5. I would be here for 2 years. So kudos to those of you who are able to do that. But this niche ain't one of them. So this is in here for the long haul. We're holding on. Yes. And then the other palette I'm working on for level 1 is this. This is the On the Horizon palette by Sydney Grace and Talia. And I have used just about every shade 1 time. I think I think, did I use that one? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so I have used all of the shades, I think, except for this one. Maybe not these two. I honestly can't remember, and I wasn't keeping track clearly. Sorry, that's probably blinding you. And my main focus is this shade right here. This shade has been used 5 times. It's a beautiful shade. It's more inner corner, but it's a lovely, cool toned purple. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And again, my goal for this one is to use each shade once and then hit pan in this shade. This is mostly an inner corner shade, but I have been using it on my inner lid as well. I mentioned that I tried to pan a shade in one of the other palettes and pan those eyeshadows, and it was awful. I hated the shade. I'm happy to say that I haven't had an issue with any of the shades in this one. That was a matte. These 2 mattes are lovely. This dark deep blue is beautiful. These are creamy and buttery and they go on easily, and they're the complete opposite of that one shade in one of the other palettes. So this is really not a hardship to use. I have been considering kind of moving them around once I've used every palette. You may see the other 2 palettes either in this this project or maybe even in like Pin Those Eyeshadows or something, so I can get some use out of them. And I just want, like, I'll decide what colors I like and which ones I don't, and maybe rearrange these. I haven't quite decided, but there are other colors and other palettes that I think would work better with some of these shades, etc. But this is a beautiful palette, and I've really enjoyed using it. And it's just, this is the On the Horizon. I would totally recommend this one. I'll have to let you know on the other 2. And I totally recommend this Nabla Cutie palette. It makes me want, they have a blue one and they have a berry one. And they have a coral one, but that one has another color that kind of throws me off. But these shimmers are they're just gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful to work with. These mattes are also really creamy and buttery. I think I've swatched this before, but I mean, who's going to turn down swatching eyeshadow? Seriously. Who? Not this girl. Not this girl. Anyway, really, really pretty. It's a neutral palette. I'm filming this on the 27th. I actually did a get ready with me. I don't know if it's going to go up, but if it does, I did this look and that. And you guys, I literally cannot stop staring at my face in the mirror because with the new hair, did I say that? New hair, I put a little bit of a different color in my brows and just, I don't know, I'm just feeling myself. I walked out and went to talk to Rob, and I said, I'm sorry, I said, but I am looking fly today. He's like, you do look really pretty. I said, thank you. Okay guys, that's it. So, are you doing Project Level Up? Is it a project that you're starting? It has no end date and you can start whenever you want to. So it's not like it started in January and you have to wait till January to join again. This, for me, if you're someone who wants to kind of like dip your toes into painting eyeshadows or painting a palette, I think this is the perfect project for that. You go at your own, your own pace. You can choose your palette or you can randomize them, and you can start with one. So you can try to hit pan in one eyeshadow, and then you can decide if this is something that you want to do. So I think it's a great project. It's definitely one that's going to stay on my list. And if you want to know more about that, I do have a planning video, planning video. I tried to do that with the get ready with me, but my brain was all over the place. So I don't know if you'll see the get ready with me part, but I'm definitely going to be filming kind of what my goals are for 2023. So be on the lookout for that. But other than that, that's it. I know I didn't have any rollouts this month, but again, I did go to wound care this morning. It's almost healed. Praise the Lord. They put some kind of foam in it today. I'm like, just do what you gotta do and let me go home. Let me go home. October is going to be a busy month for doctor's appointments, so I will try to stay on top of filming, but I make no promises, and that's another thing we're going to talk about in that video. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I'm selling Christmas cards because I make Christmas cards. So if you're interested, I will have my Etsy shop linked down below. Okay, now bye.